Hiya, it's Bree, and welcome back. We are at the very end of Deck 4. We are going to do the flashcard portion of it. The previous videos have the questions, answers, and how we got the answers. This does not. It just has the questions and the answers, so you can use them as flashcards to study for your test. Good luck on your test, and let's get started. A system administrator created a workflow rule that sends email alerts when a case with a high priority is created. A new support engineer who works remotely complains about not receiving the email alerts. All other users are receiving these email alerts. How can the Salesforce admin troubleshoot the issue? Verify the user's email address. What should a system admin check when a user is unable to find a custom report type? Make sure the new report type is deployed. Ursa Major Solar is setting up case assignment roles. Where are the two places that cases can be assigned? Queue and user. Universal Containers has an inside sales team that only sells warranty renewals and an outside sales team that only sells products. Each type of sales captures different information and has different sales cycles. How should the system admin configure Salesforce to meet these requirements? Create a page layout, sales process, and record type for each type of sale. Universal Containers uses a private data sales model. Product managers and sales representatives are in different branches of the role hierarchy. What should an administrator do to ensure that the product managers can report on opportunities in their product line? Create sharing roles based on criteria. The administrator at Ursa Major Solar needs to provide information for total sales licenses, used licenses, and remaining Salesforce licenses. Where in setup can this information be found? Company information. Ursa Major Solar wants to ensure that unique data is always inputted into specific fields. Which two field properties should the administrator configure? Unique and required. Ursa Major Solar is experiencing quality assurance issues with a product line. The administrator needs to use a standard object to track the extent of the product. Which standard object should they use? Case. Ursa Major Solar recently purchased 15 new Salesforce licenses. How many users can the administrator create at the same time on the Add Multiple Users page? A maximum of 10. Universal Containers want sales reps to process credit card payments when the opportunity is closed won. Which approach should the sales admin use to enable this feature? They should install an AppExchange credit card payment package. Ursa Major Solar has 1 million new account records to upload into Salesforce. What is the recommended method of uploading this data? Utilize the data loader. Which configuration option shows sales representatives the fields they must fill in prior to saving an opportunity? The page layout required fields. The customer support team wants to use different page layout when closing a case. Which method should the system admin use to fulfill this request? Case closed page layout. How can multiple campaign records be associated with a single opportunity? Campaign influence. Universal Containers uses an auto numbering system to uniquely identify each support request. They want customers to know this number as soon as possible. Which two features should the system admin implement to allow customers to have quick access to this information? Self-service portal, auto response roles. What are two ways to customize basic reporting using the Lightning experience? By adding a filter and by adding a chart. When a Salesforce user is deactivated, what happens to all the record the user owns in Salesforce? They are assigned to the deactivated users until reassigned. How should a system admin provide sales rep commission reports that are visible only to the executive team? Well, they need to save the report in a folder shared with the executive team. Ursa Major Solar placed a time-dependent action in the workflow queue when the record was created. What are two situations that will cause this action to be removed from the queue? If the action is deleted from the workflow queue, if the record no longer matches the workflow criteria. Ursa Major Solar has the following environment requirements. Critical high priority accounts have an assigned district manager, sales representative, inside sales representative, and customer service representative. The sales manager wants to prevent these accounts from being inadvertently contacted more than once on the same day. The sales manager wants to report on various customer interactions. How should the admin fulfill these requirements. Log separate task, call, or activity on the account. CloudKix has a service console that is used by agents who take calls from customers and stores with questions about products. The CloudKix case process is complex and the agents often make mistakes. To help, the admin has created a screen flow that guides agents through this process. How should the admin deploy the screen flow? They need to launch the flow from the utility bar in the console. Universal Containers has a complex sales process with multiple record types, each shared with all profiles. Some users complain about the record type selection screen when creating new opportunities. Which two actions should the system admin take to allow these users to bypass choosing record types? They need to instruct users to update the default record type in My Settings and remove record types from users' profiles. Universal Containers utilizes a private sharing model for accounts, contacts, and opportunities. When account owners are on vacation, a backup sales rep needs access to all accounts with the rating of hot. What should the system admin give the backup sales rep access to hot accounts? The system admin actually doesn't do that. They need to instruct the hot account owner to manually share the accounts with the backup rep before leaving on vacation. What would be 2 reasons a user cannot be deactivated? The user is a customer community administrator. The user is the recipient of a workflow email. The system admin enables the case feed action and feed items in support settings. With the appropriate profile permissions enabled, what changes will the user see? Cases will use feed layouts rather than standard page layouts. Ursa Major Solar is using products and price books. Which 2 items should the admin take into consideration about these features? A product can have a different list price in different price books, and the standard and list price for a product can be listed in more than one currency. An admin at Ursa Major Solar is converting a lead and needs to capture custom lead data on converted contact. What should the administrator do to accomplish this goal? Map custom fields to custom contact field. Universal Containers has a renewal sales team that will use the opportunity object. They want to use many of the same pick list fields that are already defined, but will need a unique pick list values. What features allow system administrators to maintain the same value for 2 different teams? Record types. Oof, but I did not think we were going to get through those flashcards. There were so many poorly worded questions, but if you remember, I took them directly from Trailhead, and that's how they were worded. I just literally copied and pasted them. So please don't blame me for them being poorly worded. I want you to pass your test, and I want you to be confident and use these flashcards to study. So we just finished Deck 4. I'll post Deck 5 next week, and good luck on your test. And if you have any questions for me, put them down in the comments box, and I will be back on here next week to help you with your Salesforce exam. Bye.